Hello and welcome to the Tarkis Zone. Thank you for joining me. We're going to be playing a little Black Desert Online, and I wanted to talk about a few basic things that you need to know about this game. And this video is going to be, again, for the newer player, somebody who's just getting into the game, or maybe has just been in the game a few weeks to a month. And I wanted to talk to you about just a couple topics here. And the first one being weight limit. Unlike other games where you could pack as much as you want in your inventory and it doesn't really matter how many, as long as you've got an inventory slot, you could carry it. That's not true in this game. You can have all the inventory slots until the cows come home. You'll see that I've got inventory slots. But that doesn't mean that I can fill those with indefinite amount of items. You've only got so much weight that you can carry. In my situation, you can see what my weight limit number is here. I'm highlighting it here. And that is important. You're going to ask yourself, why is that important, Tarkis? Well, it's quite important in this game for a couple reasons. If you go out and grind mobs all day and you're picking stuff up all day, that means you can do fewer trips to your horse, or you can do fewer trips to your wagon or to your warehouse, because you can be out in the field longer if you have more weight limit, right? But what it really helps you in is your player, your life skills, your player life skills. And how that works is, for example, like say if my weight limit was only 400, that means I might be able to hold on to maybe 600 iron ore while I process it. So I sit there, process the iron ore, and 10 minutes later I've got to put more iron ore in my inventory and get rid of the stuff I processed, right? Well, the higher your weight limit means that, for my example, is I can easily hold on to 1,300 iron ore. Easily. And then at 1,300 I can just start my task to melt it down into shards, and I can AFK that for 20-30 minutes. So you can get longer durations of processing. Same thing as cooking or alchemy. If you can pack on more items to hold, then you walk up to your utensil and do your thing, that's less time that you have to go back to your warehouse to switch things out because you're overweight. I mean, or you couldn't hold on to enough items to do 40 minutes of it. So if you're going to try to make money life skilling in this game, it's going to be important that you get your weight limit up. And I'm going to show you the true way of doing that while just AFK. Let me just run up to, well, my mouse is giving me some problems changing my angle there. Let me run up to this vendor here. It's a trade vendor. You hit R, you hit trade. And that's all you need is one of these kites. You say, oh, I want one of those kites. And you want to hit purchase all. Yes. It's going to lower your movement rate. That was what that warning was about. And here we are. As I'm carrying this pack around, there's going to be a stat that's going to get experience. That's the strength stat. You can see I got it at level 30. And the more I carry this pack, the more experience I'll get into the strength experience bucket until it gets to 31, and then I'll level. And how you do this is, what you want to do is you want to hit M. You want to click down the street here. Then you just want to click auto loop, which is right here. You see it goes green. And then I hit T. And now I will auto loop going up and down this street until I cancel the action. And as I'm doing this, I will get strength experience. Alright? What you don't want to do is auto path outside a safe zone, because there are people that will just kill you in the road. You will AFK, or you'll minimize your screen thinking you're auto pathing, and then some bozo kills you in the street, or out in an area where it's a combat zone. And I have seen people do it. I have seen people walking from Heidel all the way to Calpheon and back and forth on the road with packs. But they're just taking a chance that somebody don't want to be a doughhead and kill you while you're doing it. Imagine that. You make your autopath to Calpheon, and then 5 minutes into your autopath, after you minimize some bozo just killed you. Well, guess what? You're not doing it anymore. You're dead. You can't do it anymore. And you'll have to come back to your computer to find out, oh, I got killed, and you got no experience while you were away from your keyboard. So I'm telling you right off is do it in a safe area so somebody can't kill you. And then you'll come back, you'll have the experience, and you'll have everything that you expected to have when you get back. Okay, this is the true way of getting your strength. This is the easiest way I can imagine of getting strength experience is doing this. Now, there are other options in this game. Now, I'm going to get rid of the pack. I'm not going to turn it in. I could go to an adjacent town and try to turn it in. I'm not going to waste my time because the pack was only 2,000 silver. I'm just going to pull the kite out of my inventory, drop it here in the street, and I no longer are encumbered, and I can run around freely. Now, the strength experience score, that's going to take you some time to grind. I mean, it's not going to be an overnight thing. You'll have to do a few of these, like this person here going by. They're doing exactly what I just told you to do. This person is going to go up and down this street. You could follow and then find out what this person's loop is, but you can see other people are doing it. So that kind of shows you that it's a legit thing to do. So now what I want to tell you to do is hit F3. And in F3, you've got your loyalties. And this is important to you because the game gives you loyalty tokens every day. And I think they give you 100 loyalty tokens every day. You can see I've saved mine up. I got like 6,000 loyalty tokens. Well, it's not going to take you long to get a bank of loyalty tokens. And what you're looking for is this gem right here, weight limit increase. And for 3,500 tokens, you can get a weight limit increase, and it's a weight limit increase of 50 pounds. So what you can do is you can buy up to 4 of these per character, so that's 200 pounds that you can increase your weight limit by just buying 4 of these. And yeah, I know it's a lot, 3,500 is a lot, but for what you're thinking or what you're going to be doing in this game, this is important. Out of all the loyalty items, I think this here is going to be more helpful to you in the long run than anything else that you can buy. And when I saw this, when the loyalty stuff came out, I bought my maximum. I got 4 of them, and I've been pretty happy with it. So you can really take advantage of this, get up to 200 pounds. And you can see they got inventory expansion, but again, there's no point having your inventory expanded if you can't carry the weight limit. That's the problem with that, is you've got to really do the balanced dance. You got to get your weight limit up. You got to be able to carry stuff in this game, especially if you're going to do any AFK processing, any AFK alchemy, any AFK cooking. Those are the things that is going to be important, because this way you can just load your inventory up with items and then go do those tasks. Now I'm going to show you something else that's pretty handy in this game. And first I'm going to call my horse to this location, just so that we have the horse near me here. And this might be something that you didn't know, or you're like, oh, this is par for the course, Tarkis. Everybody knows this, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up my inventory so that I'm encumbered, so that you can see I'm going to do it with water. So I got some river water here. I'm going to take on 400 of them. That should pretty much put me... Oh, no, 400 didn't do it. Let me add in another 100. Okay, now I'm encumbered. See I'm moving slow? See I'm moving slow? Now, you can go out and do your... you can do your grind. You can pick up a bunch of crap in your inventory. You can get encumbered, and you go into the slow mode. And the more you've got, the slower you'll be. But guess what? I can jump up on my horse anytime who is not impaired by what I'm carrying. So if you're trying to move goods from one warehouse to another, or you went out and grind to the point where you can't move at all, you can just jump on your horse and freely move around and go to the nearest warehouse and just jump off the horse and deposit the items into your warehouse. So you yourself can be encumbered to the cows come home, but the horse is not affected by the encumberness. So that means don't take the items and put them on the horse and encumber the horse, and then the horse moves slow. Just keep them on your own person, and then the horse will freely move without any problems. You might have known that already, but if you're new and you haven't seen that part of it, then there you go. I mean, your horse is not affected by what's weighing you down in your inventory. All right, let's put those back in my. There we go. Okay. Now, I mean, I've really dedicated this video about the weight limit increases and how that plays a role in your play. Now, you can get items that will give you more weight limit. Like I've got this ancient weapon core belt. Now, its weight limit gives me a plus 60. So you want to keep an eye on items that will increase your weight allowance and equip those items when you need the extra weight allowance. So that's what I like to do. Is I might not be wearing my armor right now, but if I needed to get an extra weight increase, there's some pieces of armor that will do that for me. I don't really have that much problems with my weight because my weight limit's so high. And obviously, money will weigh you down too. The more money you have, the more weight. And anything that you've got in your inventory is going to weigh you down. All right. Well, I just wanted to really talk about this, this weight limit thing, and try to steer you in the right direction. That you want to work on that weight limit number as soon as you can. And I know AFK walking up and down the street is not the greatest thing, but it's something you're going to probably have to do at some point if you really want to get it up. As you can see, you can see people doing it. I mean, they're just walking up and down this street. Well, I'm hoping this video was helpful to you. Thank you for joining me. This has been the Tarkis Zone.